Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hayes Kitchen. Today is all about the ultimate burger. Basically this is part of the Beat My Burger campaign out there on the net with Sorted Food Boys. I reckon I can do that. Today is the ultimate burger, clean eating, as much clean eating as would make it, gluten free. It's October, it's grey, it's miserable outside. So what do? You fire up the barbecue. So we have got some charcoal on the go on the barbecue outside, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to have a burger, it's got to be done on a barbecue. I don't want any of this oven stuff, I want it done on a barbecue. So let's get cooking. So ingredients we have, all I've got here is some caramelized onions. So I've just lightly cooked them for about 20 minutes. I don't think I need to train you how to do that one. You should be able to do that by now. Caramelise those off. We've got some mozzarella cheese. We've got a little bit of barbecue sauce and a little bit of maple sauce. We've got some dry cured streaky bacon, okay? We've got a couple of gherkins, or pickled cucumbers that you call it. We've got some chives, which are just going to go into our burger. We've also got some gluten-free breadcrumbs. We've got a burger ring. That's just to cut this out. Actually, it's a pastry ring. That's all I've got. I'm just going to make that to use our patties. We've got two different types of mince. Now, the importance of this, I think this is vital. You want basically a fatty mince, so a good quality mince still, but with a little bit of a higher fat content, and then you want a rump or a chuck steak, high quality. Mixing those together will give you the perfect fat amounts. If you go for pure rump or pure chuck, it will dry out and it will just be crumbly, it will be a dry burger. You want an element of fat in there to go through to give it that juiciness and hold the flavour together. Right, grab yourself a dish, and all we're going to do is take half of our fatty mince, half of our chuck steak or our rump steak, our pure beef, and just lightly mash that together. And then you're going to go in with a good amount of your gluten-free breadcrumbs. I know it's a messy job, but it's all going to be worth it. Now what we're going to do is carry on pushing that through. Take a part of that, roll it into a ball. It's really surreal to be smelling the barbecue coming through in October when it's grey and wet and miserable outside. Right, push that down. So into a ball, push it down, and you're looking for about a size about that thin. You don't want to have too thick of patties. Like that. Right, so that's your first bit. I'm going to go for another one. Same principle again, roll it into a ball. Thin that out. And all I'm going to do is, again, push that right the way out again. Right, once they're pushed out, all I'm going to do is, into the middle of there, I'm just going to put a very small pinch of mozzarella. A few of my chives. Pop them in the middle. We're just going to go in with a small teaspoon of our caramelized onions, just into the centre. Not too many, because otherwise this is going to just burst out and the cheese is going to melt and go on the outside. We want to try and keep that secret centre, basically. Everyone loves a secret centre. So that's pretty much perfect. And on top of that, we're going to put our other patty, smooth that down, make sure there's no holes in there, because that cheese will find its way out otherwise. And you're just going to put your cutter over the top, turn that through, and there we have our burger. Now with that, all you're going to do is go around the outsides, press that down, and you're just going to seal that all off, okay? So nothing's getting out of there, it just looks like a normal standard burger. That's ready to go on the barbecue. So we're going to add a bit of sweet corn to this as well, so I'm going to put that in the back of the barbecue. Nice and hot, and you're just going to go on with your burger. Take your maple sauce and your barbecue sauce, and you're just going to add them together. Mix that up. You're going to turn your burger over, and you're going to just lightly baste that over the top. Make sure you don't put that on until you've turned it over and one side sealed. Take your sauce and just baste that over the top. Add 2 gherkins, add to your blender and just blitz. add 2 pieces of your streaky bacon to a hot griddle pan. And just lay those out on a piece of kitchen roll. So the ingredients for the burger are, we've got ourselves a ciabatta gluten-free roll, we've got a couple of slices of cheese, we've got some cos lettuce or little gem, we've got some beef tomato, and we've got a little bit of tomato ketchup. To your burger, you're just going to add 1 slice of your cheese. You're going to take your ciabatta roll and just lay that down face down. So I take the burger from outside, I put the piece of cheese on top, just pop that into the oven. And all that's going to do is, it's just going to lightly melt over the cheese so it gives a little bit of a bubbling top to it, that's it. So ingredients we're going to have for our bun are, we have got a nice big tomato, just going to cut that down. I'm just going to use 1 big slice of this. Take our roll. I'm going to go in with a little bit of our gherkin. We're going to take our tomato, just place that in the middle. Right, burger can come out. There's your burger, looking pretty damn good. I've got Teflon fingers, so don't mind me. Now onto your burger, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of tomato sauce, just into the centre. We've got our crispy bacon rashers on top, a couple of pieces of lettuce, ciabatta on top, and I'm just going to spike that through. I'm just using a barbecue skewer basically. How good does that look? I'm just going to wrap that back over the top. And then we're going to serve that up with a little bit of our corn on the cob. Right, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. There we have it. We've got ourselves my ultimate burger. Gluten-free ciabatta. We've got dry cured crispy bacon on top. We've got a little layer of cheese. We've got a little bit of ketchup. We've got a burger stuffed with mozzarella, caramelized onions with a little bit of chive, going onto a bed of gherkin, tomato, and again the gluten-free bottom. And then we've got a little bit of sweet corn to go with it. So let's go and eat this one, guys. More indulgent with our Sunday roast dinner, which hopefully you all watched. If you haven't, click down below and watch that one again. That's my Sunday treat, and so is the open pie with the creamy stew.